Hello, Namaskar, Vanakkam. My name is Sudhir Sahasranaman and you're watching Study with Sudhir. The other day, someone wrote to me in one of the comments, I'm scared of prepositions. Now, I can tell you that you're not the only one to say that. There are many students who are actually very scared of prepositions and phrasal verbs when you come to class 11 and 12. See, basically, there are two ways of improving. In order to improve grammar, there are two ways. One, of course, is read a lot. And when I say read a lot, I'm not referring to Reddit or Quora. I'm referring to either fiction, non-fiction, or even if you don't read books, at least read a newspaper daily. If you have that reading habit, your grammar will automatically improve. That is one of the side effects of reading regularly. But since most students do not read regularly, the other option is obviously to understand and know all the rules of English grammar. And please note that I'm using the word understand. I'm not using the word rote learn. You need to understand how a particular rule has been used in a particular place. Now, if you see the grammar portion of your ICSE class 10 board exams and also 9 and ISC class 11 and 12 accounts for 20 and 15 marks respectively. That is, in class 10, that accounts for 1/4 of your total score, and 15 is definitely a very significant number which you definitely can't ignore. So obviously the question comes, how do we score these marks? And let me tell you, many people ask, no, ये हलवा है क्या? Is this halwa? एक दिन पहले पढ़ लो हो जाएगा. It won't happen. I can tell you from experience, it won't happen unless you have the reading habit and it comes very naturally to you. But if you are someone जिसको कि rules समझने की जरूरत होती है, so that will definitely take some time. So it is halwa. You can score 100% provided you know how to prepare the halwa. ये हलवा कैसे बनाते हैं उसकी जानकारी होनी चाहिए कि कितनी चीनी डालनी है, कितना घी डालना है, right? You need to know the exact ingredients on how to make the halwa. So in this video, how to do it is what I'm going to talk about. How to make this halwa called English grammar and how to use it well, उसके बारे में हम बात करेंगे. So is English grammar tough? Yes and no. If you get the hang of it, you will enjoy it. I'm very clear on that. So the first point that you need to understand is please understand your syllabus. कि आपके syllabus में है क्या? Now, you see, all of us, including me in childhood, in fact, I was looking for my old Renan Martin. It used to be a red color book. I don't know where I have kept it. Maybe it's at my parents' place. One Mota book. Now, of course, it comes like this. This must be the Renan Martin, which many of you would be having. But you will have to buy the answer key along with it. Many of your schools also suggest that you buy another book. But again, usme answer key nahi aata hai. And then you keep scouting for answers. I thought there was a need in the market for a book which will specifically target the ICSE and ISC class. Okay, so this is the reason why I wrote this book, and 6 years of hard work has actually gone into writing this book, because over the last 6 years, I know exactly the kind of doubts, किस तरह का doubt students को होता है जहां तक grammar का सवाल है, tenses को हो, prepositions को हो, phrasal verbs हो, transformation हो, join the sentences हो, किसमें क्या क्या doubt होता है, which is why this book has been written. So I'm going to quickly tell you what is in the book so that you have a very clear idea. This is the book I am talking about, Grammatically Yours. Now, why am I saying you should buy it right away? It's available on Amazon, Flipkart, and oswaldbooks.com because it contains every single rule that you need to know about. Of tenses, the 12 different kinds of tenses, prepositions, every kind of, and I've divided prepositions of place, of time, of distance, of, when you are talking about legal terms, what kind of prepositions you use. He was accused of murder, right? He was charged, in a particular offense. So you need to know what are the legal terms, what are the kind of blind, he's blind in one eye. What are the kind of body parts में किस तरह के prepositions use होते हैं. तो अलग-अलग breakup करके I made it almost fun that when you read it, you will realize that, this is something new I learned. So it is a book I'm very confident you are going to not only find useful, but also find it very fun reading. And if you are a class 9 student, I mean, चांदी है next 4 years के लिए grammar का पूरा, hisab, this book will take care of. That is absolutely guaranteed. And this is a book I recommend to every ICSE and ISC class 11 and 12 student to buy. So tenses, prepositions, phrasal verbs from A to Z I have taught. Join the sentences, all the rules explained with examples. Transformation, all the possible rules explained in this book. 40 test papers, 20 for ICSE, 20 for ISC with आंसर की. आपको कहीं और जाके उसका आंसर ढूंढना नहीं पड़ेगा. और आंसर की में wherever necessary, I have also explained why option number D is the correct option and not option number B, right? So the main thing that you need to bother understand is understand the rules, and that is something which this book will do for you. Understand the meaning of the original sentence, and especially this I say in active to passive voice, direct to indirect speech. After you have transformed it, please do the ulta thing to just see whether it is coming correct or not. That is something very important, because wo karoge, so then you will kind of get a better hand ki maine sahi tarike se kiya hai ya nahi. So that is something very important. Again, explained a lot with these examples. And if you see the kind of book, for example, phrasal verbs को इस तरह से tabular form में डाल के रखा है, right? And the kind of production, you will be surprised to know, because I have worked with other publishers and I know exactly publishers किस तरह का काम करते हैं. This book has been edited 4 times, proofread 4 times. इतना rigor and attention to detail मैंने किसी भी publisher के साथ नहीं देखा, which is why this is my 3rd book with Oswald Books. I was very impressed with the earlier 2 books, but this particular book में और भी मेहनत गई है, because I was very particular. Because when you're writing essays and letters, एक बारी पढ़ लो, there is no mistake. But grammar में, answer key में mistake नहीं होने चाहिए. You need to know each and every example, whether it is put correctly or not. So fabulous editing team, fabulous proofreading team, because we wanted to present an absolute error-proof book, right? And उसके बावजूद कोई हो गए हो तो भूल चूक माफ कर देना. इतनी मेहनत कोई publisher नहीं करता है. I've seen with people who make blunders of mistakes and फिर भी marketing में, marketing करते रहते हैं. I've worked with publishers. So understanding the syllabus, understanding the rules, and understanding the meaning of the original sentence, and you ensure that you don't change the meaning. That's very important. So prepositions, all the different kinds of prepositions are explained in this particular book. Let me just say. So the world of prepositions, there are fixed. Somebody asked, prepositional phrases included are there or not? Of course there are. Okay. The use of from, the use of under, the use of around, the use of across, through, up, above, to, off, out, down, off. I mean, single F. In, at, by, with. Then the body parts का thing. Transport का अलग, absolutely अलग, और जिसको कि अलग से pink इसमें highlight किया गया है. Then how do you use against, for, on, to, under, with, different prepositions in real life context. How do you remember between and among? So, everything which I have, as I realize, experience is a great teacher. तो एक्सपीरियंस सिखाता है कि बच्चों को किस चीज में डाउट ज्यादा होता है और किस तरह का डाउट होता है. The last 6 years that I've been teaching here on SWS has taught me that. वो ज्ञान मेरे को मिल गया है, तो उसी ज्ञान का फायदा उठा के ये बुक लिखे, which is why I feel so happy with this product. Phrasal verbs, A to Z I've explained, from A to Z, and even in exams, please ensure that you know from A to Z कि एस से लेकर कौन कौन से वर्ड्स हैं और उनके साथ किस तरह के फ्रेजल वर्ब्स का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. Okay, everything is explained. Tenses, the group of 12, as I say, tenses को completely explained in this book. Then the other thing in the examination that you need to take care of are the trigger transformation questions. Starting the sentence with as soon as, or no sooner, or hardly had, right? So you need to use of lest, use of until, unless. You need to know notwithstanding. You need to know उसमें क्या transformation होता है. And when you know the rule and also get the hang of it with the help of the examples that are there, it will really help you. So the trigger transformation questions, हमेशा transformation में से at least 3 या 4 questions उस तरह के आते हैं. So be very careful. Then there are of course question tag, subject verb agreement. All those things are very important. So you need to know. So this is a book which I strongly recommend you should invest in. So what is left. The essays book is there, letters book, I mean essays, letters, notice, email book is there. Grammar book ho gaya. So 40 plus 20, 60 marks taken care of. Left is comprehension test papers. They are going to come up on studywithsudhir.com, our website. I'm preparing those test papers. I want to have at least 10 quality passages with questions with answer key. And I'll also probably include a few grammar test questions also, so that it's a little more comprehensive. Wo karke, that will be available pretty soon within this month. Those will be available, comprehension test passages, because I realized the comprehension test passages jis tarah se pehle hote the, let's say 3 years back, the format has changed. They have become more tricky. So you need to understand how exactly to answer those questions, because many of those questions options come very close. The synonyms, the antonyms, and of course the summary ka jiska bada hawa hota hai. So that is something. So what I'm asking you to do, essays. I mean, the number of people who have benefited from this essays and letters and notice email book, I've lost count of the number of, praise mails and comments and Instagram DMs I get for this particular book. This book has 100 essays, letters, notice and email combined, including 5 essays, 3 essays and 2 letters, which have been written by all India toppers, so that you know exactly what did they have, all of them my students. So what did they do correctly, as a result of which they became all India 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's an all India 1, there's all India 3, there's all India 5. So you need to know what really worked for them. This is the book for ICSE and this is the book for ISC. ISC ka book ka to main kya kahun? I mean, when CUET, an entrance examination, takes passages from this for their reference to context and comprehension passage questions. Last year, 2025, descriptive essay was used as a passage in the CUET examination. So I don't think I need a bigger certificate than that, right? When a CUET like entrance examination takes passages from our essay book. So please invest. If you're an ISC, take this book and the grammar book. If you're an ICSE, take the grammar book and the Write English Write book. Order it immediately. Don't, because I see many people delaying it till January, February first half mein jaake kharidenge. Mat karo, uska fayda pre-boards pe uthao. Use it through the thing so that you can gain more, you can read more, so that you'll get the hang of, okay, how is it that I use my English? How do I use my vocabulary? What are the kind of interesting phrases I use? How do I introduce an essay? How do I conclude an essay? All those things, the content. And so many of the essays last year, both class 12 and class 10, came from these books. So why wouldn't you invest in something like this? So my set of 3 books, which is basically geared to ensure, and the comprehension test papers basically geared to ensure. Comprehension test paper ICSE और ISC के लिए अलग-अलग करूंगा. ICSE का मैं भी prepare कराऊंगा. ISC will be a little later, but I will do it for you also, so that your entire 80 marks, because English language is what brings down the percentage for many students. The idea is to ensure wo na ho. Literature ka alag se hoga. Okay, so that's it. And of course, my videos are there completely free on the YouTube channel. Tata, bye bye. Thank you very much. Namaskar.